Okay. We don't do music, do we? No, we just talk randomly.
Yeah, we always randomly talk. That's what our show's about.
Randomly talk. Hello, welcome to Randomly Talk. Actually, welcome to MilkMan Revren. I'm Milkman.
I'm Reverend.
There you go. You got it. That's the show. Later, guys.
We're done. We're out.
Well, I'm gonna have a beer. And hey, we're back finally. I think I don't know.
It's been over a month, hasn't it?
Probably not as long as between the last one and the
Wow,
last time.
that was a long little break.
But this one, listen, it took a lot of motivation for us to get up and do what we had to do for this show.
It really did. It really did.
We didn't really want to do it,
but we did it.
So as we promised, or supposedly promised in the last show, we watched.
You're the one that listens to it, so you would know what we said.
I didn't listen to it. I don't listen to it. Other people listen to it. I don't fucking listen to it.
Okay, no, I don't either.
We made the choice. We did the choice. We did the thing where we watched the Sony. What do they call it? The Sony Spider-Man Cinematic Universe.
Spider-Man, not Spider-Man universe. I guess I don't know.
There's like an acronym for it.
I have no idea.
Sony's Spider-Man universe, SSU, the SSU.
Without fucking Spider-Man.
That being said, obviously we didn't watch Spider-Man movies.
No.
And we didn't watch the Venom trilogy, which we've talked about in the past as being somewhat fond of, even though it's not the greatest.
No, but we do like it because it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. It's like a bromance film. It's funny.
Yeah.
That being said, we decided to watch the other trilogy of films, Morbius, Madam Web, and Kraven the Hunter. And boy, was it took us. That's why this episode took so long. Is like, are we going to do this? Are we really going to do this? And then we got other things going on in our lives, mainly Assassin's Creed Shadows. So we can't, you can't. How can you expect us to sit there and watch just quality filmmaking? So anyway, I made the commitment to fucking pull the trigger, and I watched them all. I binged all three in one night. So I watched them back to back to back.
Did you have nightmares?
My nightmare was dealing with Matt here, Rev, being like, "Are you gonna watch it now?" It's like, I guess. It's like, is he gonna get it done? Is he gonna actually do it, or is it gonna be like another month before we actually get this episode together? But as a trooper, he did it.
I did, and
yeah. So, obviously, all of the Marvel properties, for the most part, are back at Marvel, except for the Spider-Man universe, and somehow they've decided that certain characters are within Spider-Man's universe and not necessarily in the greater Marvel universe as a whole. Which is fine, I get that.
Yeah, I
guess. Anyway, well, that's the kind of the questiony thing I have about the first film is like, Morbius is that much more of a Spider-Man character? Like, that's such a weird, like, did he...
He started in Spider-Man.
So that's his like origin is in the Spider-Man issue?
Yeah.
So any character that had its origin in Spider-Man is a Spider-Man character?
No. Because Julia, the Spider-Woman, the one with the psychic webs and shit, she did not have an origin in Spider-Man.
But because she's a Spider-Woman?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just... Okay, so...
She's part of the Spider-Man universe. Spider-Man characters.
So if they have Spider in the character, or they... Because it just seemed like Morbius would have been such a better character for, like, like Blade.
Blade?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Blade obviously is not in the Spider-Man universe.
No.
Anyway, so I was like kind of like, wow, what a weird character to have. Anyway,
Yes.
So, I'll read a little. I have Wikipedia pulled up, so I have a little. I did a little homework here, so I can read a little bit of stuff here.
Go for it.
Morbius is a 2022 American superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, produced by Columbia Pictures, which is Sony, in association with Marvel Entertainment, and that fucking douchebag Avi Arad, his Arad Productions. So Avi Arad makes all these really awful movies. Anyway,
Well, we already knew that.
yes, we've talked about him in the past. I'm pretty sure.
Yes, we have.
It's distributed by Sony Pictures, and I guess it's the third film in the Sony Spider-Man universe. Directed by Daniel Espinosa.
Third film. Oh, because Venom 1 and 2.
Yeah, and written by the writing team of Matt Sazam and Burke Sharpless. I should look up this guy and see what other movies he's done. So Daniel Espinosa, the director of Morbius, has made no films I've ever fucking heard of. Oh no, wait. Oh, he did that. He did that movie Safe House with Ryan Reynolds and Denzel Washington.
Oh,
did you ever see that? That's kind of fun.
I don't remember if I did see it or not. I don't know. I think I might have.
Oh, he's made a few. Okay, he also made. Oh, he's made some movies I've heard of, but they were none of them have been really hits, I would say. And that's all there is on this guy. Just looks like a white dude who made a movie. All right, Rev, let me have it. What did you think of Jared Leto in Morbius?
I don't know. Oh, God. Wasn't the best movie in the world. No.
But it also wasn't the worst.
No, it was not. It's one of those shut your mind off and just sit there and let your brain melt at the stupidity of this movie.
It's ranked as the 18th worst comic book film of all time. So that's like actually not that bad. There's like 17 other films that are worse than it.
Well, yeah. Okay, I can see that.
It reminded me of the days back in the 90s when a comic book movie would come out and you were like I feel like if this came out like back in the 90s, people would be like, "Holy shit, that's pretty fucking good."
Yeah, probably.
Like you're talking like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, like I mean, I thought this was better than Green Lantern, honestly.
Yes, well, everything can be better than Green Lantern, and I'm saying that as a Green Lantern fan.
I actually thought Jared Leto was pretty well cast as I think he's a good Morbius.
He did do really good as that, yeah.
It wasn't like he didn't take a crazy Joker swing like he did in Suicide Squad with David Ayer. Like it was pretty
mellow for him.
Yeah, I just felt like that's good. This seems right. Like I buy it all. I just don't think it would. The film obviously felt like it was made by committee. A lot of
because they want to keep the Spider-Man title at Sony.
Sure. But I just think yes, this is fine. This is an origin story of this, but this is just a character that you just need to have in another film. Like he doesn't need his own film. Like you should be like
he's not a standalone character.
Not really. I mean, in the comics he is because in comics you can do that. It's cheap. It's easy to do that. Like in a film, it seems like just a waste. Like let's put him in another film where he's kind of maybe the bad guy, but not quite the bad guy. And you have another character, I think
he's an anti-hero.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I just felt like, all right, that's fine. This is fine. It made sense. It didn't do anything like there was just, I don't know. Nothing really just offended me. I don't know. Did anything really just offend you?
Not really. I thought, I didn't think, I know that there were a bunch of stupid parts.
Like what?
The controlling of the bats.
That
is something Morbius has never done.
That was interesting.
More like, oh hey, look, he's like Batman. He's doing the
Batman thing. It even felt like when the bats came, it kind of cued that same kind of music.
Yeah. And it was weird to see one of the doctors as the bad guy.
What do you mean?
The bad guy was one of the Doctor Who's.
Oh, yeah, Matt Smith. Sorry. I thought you meant like the doctor, one of the doctors in the movie.
Oh, no.
I see what you're saying.
No.
Yes, Doctor Who, Matt Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
it was weird to see him as a bad guy.
I mean, they gotta, well, did you say that when you watched Jessica? What is the Netflix show?
Yes.
Did you say that?
Yes, Jessica Drew?
Yeah, Jessica. Did you say the same thing with him when he was playing the bad guy? Okay.
But I love David Tennant, and he can play anybody. And he did a great job as Kilgrave, too. Matt Smith really didn't do that good as a bad guy.
It's fine. It's serviceable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a movie.
It was a movie. It's interesting because like on Rotten Tomatoes it's got like 15% rotten, but like the audience score is like at 71% positive.
Huh. I would probably give it like a 70 if I had to score it.
I don't know.
I didn't think it was
high.
It wasn't that good of a movie.
I'd probably give it like I'll go 54.
54.
Like
that's generous, right?
There is some things I liked about it. Like I think Jared Leto was pretty good. I did like, I think he looked like how Morbius should have looked. It's not like he looked like weirdly different random.
No, he
Morbius
looked
character.
really good as Morbius. I will give him that.
I did mention to you I liked the kind of gliding effects they used for it, where he kind of flew and glided around and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was really cool. It looked like his cape and shit.
Right. It was basically the Nightcrawler effect, but in gliding, flying mode instead of bamfing mode.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like that they included his purple at the end when he was gliding. He had the purple coat.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of him. I think it all felt like the comic. I just like what do you think? What tier in the comic book world in Marvel Comics? What tier do you think Morbius is as a character?
Oh God, he's not even C tier. He's more like D or F tier.
You think so?
They only call on him when they need a vampire. I mean, he just made an appearance in the most recent Blood Hunt series because it dealt with vampires.
I was going to give him C tier because he has had his own comic for a while. But he's not like, when you think of, I mean, I guess within Spider-Man, he could be B tier. But I think in the overarching Marvel Cinematic or Marvel Universe, comic universe, like he's like a C tier character that like.
He's not worth having a standalone movie about.
Right.
Did you watch the after credit scene?
Oh my God, the one with Vulture. Yeah. Like, what was that about? Like, that's really trying to like. I mean, I'll tell you what it was, Rev. It was intriguing.
Was it? Was it really?
That's what he says. He goes, intriguing. He's like, join me. He's like, intriguing. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah. So, what is Vulture? What is the character? The actor?
Adrian Toomes?
No, but
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Jesus Christ, I can't remember who people are. Yeah. So, Vulture, I guess, gets multiversed into Morbius's world, and he gets released out of prison because he shouldn't be there. I guess in this world,
which was weird,
and then he just finds his suit because clearly his suit's there. Like apparently, see, that's like okay. So this version of him, it doesn't exist, but it does. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Anyway, then he flies across over to Morbius, and Morbius is there. And hey, guys, spoilers, but like, listen, none of you guys are gonna fucking watch this, so we're doing the work for you. He flies over to Morbius. Morbius is driving his fucking Porsche or some shit, and then all of a sudden he can sense that there's this thing coming at him, and he stops in the middle of nowhere, and Vulture flies over, and then Vulture's like, this world, I don't know, some stupid exposition. I don't know about this world, but we need to group up. And it's like, okay, but it's like, Morbius is not one of the Sinister Six or whatever. Like,
no,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly. I was what the fucking that whole entire scene.
Why would they group up? Anyway, that's what I was thinking the entire time. It was like, something's just like by committee. Well, we know we need to put one of these mid-credit scenes in. So let's don't need to, but the producer committee does. So anyway, they put that in, and then Morbius is like, oh, intriguing. It's like, oh, sure. That's very intriguing. Okay. Yeah, I actually think that's an honest answer. It's like, yeah, okay, that's intriguing. Anyway.
Yeah.
It was not awful. I was not like I actually sat there. I was engaged in watching it. Like, oh, this is dumb, this is stupid, but I was watching it. It's also only like an hour and 40 minutes long, so it's not like this epic long comic book movie. It's normal. So I was like, okay. I don't feel like people were really like the whole like what is the meme? The Morbin time? It's
Morbin time.
Morbin time. It's like, Jesus Christ. I don't even understand that meme. I mean, I get it, morphine time, and he morphs, but it's Morbius, and like I get the concept, but like I don't get where in the film like that's like so apparent. Like, I don't know. It's just people being
people.
Internet being the internet.
Yeah, pretty much.
It actually opened on its week. This first weekend, it did pretty well. It kind of defied expectations and it was just the next weekend it fucking followed hardcore.
It tanked. And then they released it thinking that the fans wanted to see it when they were just fucking trolling them.
But yeah, it grossed total in America it was like almost 74 million, and then in the rest of the world it was 94 million. So 168 million about.
So it didn't make back its budget.
What was its budget? Does it say what its budget was? Oh yeah, its budget was between 75 and 83. So it did double its budget. So it wasn't a failure. That's why they kept making them. Rev.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, not good reviews, but it made us money. So let's move forward, shall we? And yes, we shall, because now.
Oh God. Okay, I think Madam Web is the worst out of all of them.
Oh, it is. This is by far the worst. Madam Web.
I mean, she's not even a high-ranking Spider-Man character. Only when the Spider-Verse comics happen does she make any appearance.
I mean, okay. I mean, this is Dakota Johnson.
Yes.
You may have seen her in that sex movie. It also has Sydney Sweeney and fucking Adam Scott and like. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say about this movie though. Before we get too far into it, it's interesting because this movie looks so cheap. Like,
it does.
It's shot. This is the second movie. It's the movie sandwiched between Morbius and Kraven. It looks so cheap. It's the film, but here's the thing: it's the film with women in it. So like they don't want to throw any budget at it. So like the other two movies look really good. This one looks like trash, and it's just like further shows us like we have no faith in movies with women in them. So we're not going to write a good script or put any money into it. So it's just like, well, then you're obviously already killing this movie before it even gets started because you have
it could have been decent.
It could have been. I don't think so. But this movie should not have ever been made. But
no, it should not have.
Or you should have done like just Spider-Woman. One of this or Spider-Girl actually probably would have been the best choice. Or Gwen.
Or Gwen.
I would have done a Gwen. Spider-Gwen probably would have been the best choice, but
I would have loved to have seen Spider-Gwen.
I mean, if we're talking Morbius is C tier, Madam Web
is
is
low on the
is
totem pole.
so like F tier, like not even on a tier level of character. Like she only pops up. Anytime I've never read a solo comic with her. She probably has a solo comic, but
She had like a 4-issue limited
exactly.
series.
Exactly. Anytime I've ever read her in the comic book, Spider-Man's there. She shows up for like a page and does some weird like mystic bullshit, and then you don't see her ever again. Like, and the fact that they put an hour and 40-some minute film to another shorty, hour and 40-some minutes, which is nice.
Felt longer.
Well, yeah, it's like a slog. I just could not believe that this is what Sony was like. Of all the cool Spider-Woman chicks in the Spider Universe, that we're going to do it with this one?
With this one, Madam Web, the most obscure character in the Spider-Verse ever.
And, you know, it's kind of fun that you see some of these other, like, possible future Spider girls, Spider women in their costumes. It's kind of cool. Yes. You know, okay, that's fine. But, like, the story is so dumb. I don't even get, like... So you had some issue with the Ezekiel character. Is that even his name in this movie, though?
Yes.
Okay. Like...
Ezekiel Sims.
So my problem with this character is... I don't know... Like, fine, whatever, he's evil spider guy, but his voice sounds so fake in this movie, like they re-recorded it. It, like, sounds so bizarre. Like, is that even a real voice? Like, what is this?
It's like his voice wasn't matching up to anything he was saying.
Yeah, it's like they re-recorded it, and it sounds like I've never heard that I don't know what it was. It just sounded so...
It was really scratchy and weird.
It's just weird.
Distorted.
It was weird. It was so goofy. So goofy.
Yeah.
So you're a bigger Spider-Man guy than I am, so I don't know a lot of... Is this, like, Amazonian spider people thing a real thing?
Yes. But no, also.
But no,
they don't have any ties to Spider-Man.
Right.
They didn't give Madam Web her powers. They didn't give Ezekiel his powers at all.
Right.
It's just a mystical tribe of spider people. They get their powers from the web of life, which Spider-Man is connected to. But they have nothing to do with Spider-Man at all.
Okay.
At all. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I was just
even
curious.
when the Spider-Verse comics come out, they have nothing to do with the Spider-Verse at all.
All right.
No tie-ins.
All right. Yeah, I just I don't know. And like he just wanted to kill them because they were going to kill him. It's like, what? But here's the other thing. So that's his whole why he's driven, his motivation for the through movie, but like I don't actually know what he does in the movie. Like aside from that being the reason he's doing this, like is he just a bad guy that does bad spider things, or is he a good guy but he's afraid of dying? Like, it's just this guy with this motive, but like he's rich and somehow he has all this power, but like, what does he actually do? Like, does he have like some kind of like? It's so like literally one dimensional. Like motive.
They never explained how he got his powers, where they came from, what they're about, or anything,
or what he does. Like, what does he do? Like he's rich. Like, why is he rich? Like, is he a criminal? Like, we don't know if I don't even know if he is actually a bad guy in this movie. Like, I don't know.
It felt like they were setting him up to be the bad guy because he was wanting to kill the Spider-Girl.
Yes, that's the motive. But like, what does he actually do? Like, let's say they weren't going to kill him. What does he do actually in the world? Like, what is he?
Who the fuck knows?
And why does he have a costume that looks like Spider-Man? Like, I just don't get any of that. At least in like Morbius, everything kind of made sense. It was like some continuity there that like, yes, he's sick, and I get the whole brotherly love thing and why the two guys are pitted against each other. I buy all that. In Madam Web, I am like, what in the fuck is this guy like?
What is his motivation?
Like, maybe he's a superhero and he's a good guy, and then he starts having visions and he doesn't want to die? Like, okay. Or is he I don't know. What is he? I have no sympathy for him. He's just doing this one thing. But what is he normal? Like, does he just sit at home and do nothing normally? And then he has his vision one day?
And he plays with his spider.
I don't know. It's just so random. And he has money because he paid for this weird secretary chick that, like, fucking, he has a fucking Barbara Gordon in his house. Like,
Oracle!
I'm just like, what is this?
Spider Oracle.
And then Adam Scott's in it for, I guess, comic relief. Like, what do you just have to, like, you have to get your, it is funny. It is like a period piece, technically, because it takes place in 2003. So it's like all... Yes. Yeah, so it's before. It's like, I guess it's like this is the Marvel. This is the Miss Marvel of the Sony Cinematic Universe here. It takes place before trying to establish all this stuff here. I don't know, man. There's a scene where he and her are like eating in the office, and they're just talking, and it's just some of the worst dialogue. And it goes on for like 5 minutes, and it's just like, what?
How she doesn't like people, and she's not.
Yeah, and he's like, and he's like, you got to come to this, and I don't want to come to this, and like blah blah blah, and all. And it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, what is this movie? Like, come on. And then, this movie just is appalling. When the dude does start attacking all the girls, and she tries to corral them and get them to come along, and they're driving away and they're racing away, and she drops them off in the middle of the forest for 3 hours. That seems like you couldn't come up with some better fucking idea. Like, we're just gonna leave 3 teenage girls in a forest for 3 hours. Like, no shit, they're gonna leave. Like, what the fuck is this movie? Like, who wrote this? It's awful. It's so bad.
It's awful. It was horrible. And I now I'm gonna say I agree with you. The Spider Girl costumes, they were fucking awesome looking.
I don't know if they were awesome, but they were fun. It gives you a level of fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yes, I was trying to be nice and generous, but they look fun.
Sydney Sweeney's like red hair wig that she was wearing was not working. Like, it looks so fake.
Well, they were trying to make and. The Spider Girl costumes, those were pretty spot on too. The costumes in the comic.
Yeah, no, 100%. They were all yes.
So those were pretty awesome. So I like them.
So all this shit goes down. I don't know. It's not really worth. Basically, bad guy tries to kill them. They stand up for each other, and they form a team basically, and they defeat him, and blah 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 blah. And then you find out because like. I don't know the origin of Madam Web. This is obviously what this movie is doing.
But it's not doing it well.
But every time I've ever seen Madam Web, obviously she's blind and she's a cripple, so I didn't really... I think this movie does a good job of showing how she gets blind. I think it does a bad job of that she gets crippled. Like, I just thought she, like, lost her eyesight and fell into the water.
Yeah, they didn't really explain that very well.
Did it break her back or something? Like, I don't know what happened there. So I don't really think like it. Right. But like in the next scene, she's like all fucking Madam Webbed out in her fucking Xavier chair. And it's just like, it's just like, what? We got
her stupid big ass dumb looking red glasses.
But I've seen those versions of that before. Not exactly those, but like a version of that. Usually she's just wearing like a bandana, not a band, like a.
Yeah, well, in the cartoon, the Spider-Man cartoon, she had just a bandana over her eyes, I believe.
But this was like this is like Origins X Spider-Man, like it's like literally like Xavier.
There's another thing I want to add is. She's not the original Madam Web. There's another Madam Web before her. Do you remember the old white-haired one?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I thought that's
cartoon.
Yes.
No,
she's always. I mean, when I first learned about Madam Web, she was an old lady with gray hair.
That's not Cassandra.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I don't know that then. Like that's All right. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I don't know that kind of stuff. I was always just kind of thought it was just old lady.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I could
just
tell you about him.
it was just weird. It just like what a colossal like this is the movie that should have killed it. Like I don't understand. Like okay, let me see. What does it say here? Madam Web is a 2024 American superhero film featuring the Marvel comic characters of the same name. It is the fourth film in the Sony Spider-Man universe, SSU. They began developing Madam Web film for its shared universe by September 2019. Anything exciting? Madam Web premiered. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, just inane stuff that no one cares about. What is Ezekiel really? Is he a good guy?
He's a spider totem. Which a spider totem is basically somebody who gains their powers through a spider that is connected to the web of life. And he helped Peter out at one time when the inheritors were after him. And that's a whole big storyline that's actually pretty good. And I have it in trade.
So originally they were trying to go after Charlize Theron or Amy Adams
to play
Madam
Web?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. S.J. Clark's. Okay, so we did have it was directed by a female director.
It was?
Fine. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But, man, I don't think she probably actually directed it because it was probably directed by committee.
Probably.
She also. Oh, my God. No.
What?
No, she's a director, writer, and an executive producer.
On this movie?
Yes. And it's the only movie she's ever made.
Really?
She's done a lot of TV.
Interesting.
And just random episodes here and there. Ugly Betty, Dexter, House. Yeah. Well, she's probably never going to make another movie, unfortunately.
Probably not.
This was not a good one to tie your rope to. Man, I don't. Let's see here. Did it even make its money back? No, it did. I probably didn't. What was its budget? Its budget. Oh, it's higher. Somehow it is higher than Morbius at 80 to 100 million.
100 million?
80 to 100 million. And its box office was exactly 100.5 million. So it just made it back. So actually that means it didn't make any of its marketing budget back. So that movie like tanked that bombed pretty hardcore.
That's a definite bomb.
Oh man, that's ruthless. Like I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, bud. I don't know, buddy. It was just like this is one of those like straight up misses. This has got to be like the worst. Yeah. Is this the worst considered? I don't know. Let's see. What do we think is the worst? I like it. Was a box office bomb, whereas Morbius wasn't. Well,
still find that shocking that Morbius was not considered a box office bomb.
Sony had reportedly planned for Madam Web to be the first film in a potential new franchise. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Sure thought it was going to be Sony. Okay. At the Golden Raspberry Awards, it won Worst Picture.
Okay.
It won.
Of course, it got a Razzie.
It won Worst Actress, and it won Worst Screenplay.
Wow. I am shocked that it won all those. Actually, I'm not. I'm not. I am not shocked it won all those. It was wow. And And it didn't have any after credit scenes.
No, it didn't. Yeah, you're right. It just
Ended.
That's it. We're good. Goodbye.
Yeah, we're done. Enjoy our pile of crap movie.
I still have never seen, but like, where does it stack up? Have you seen Catwoman? Like, I've never seen Catwoman. Where does it stack against
Catwoman?
Huh?
Never saw Catwoman.
Oh, okay. See, I feel like I need to go watch that. Like, because that's also considered one of the worst, films.
I'm not watching that.
You're not watching that?
Nope, not gonna watch it. Sorry. Love you to death.
Oh, I think we should do an episode where we watch a bunch of comic book movies we've never seen, starting with Catwoman. We should find.
Well, we just did. We watched 3 that we were never gonna watch.
This is true. I'm trying to think of what other ones I've never watched. I didn't watch the latest Hellboy movie.
Neither did I.
You haven't seen the new Crow. That Jason, our fellow listener, actually was a fan of. So
Jason, in Austria, Jason?
In Finland, Jason. Not
Finland, yeah.
Finland. Yeah, in Austria.
Whatever. I didn't know he still listened to us ramble on about bullshit.
Yeah, he listens to us randomly when we come on. So,
hey, Jason.
But yeah, he was a fan of the Crow movie, kind of, for the most part.
Really?
I don't know how big of a fan, but he didn't think it sucked, is what I'm saying. He liked it enough.
Weird.
Well, trust me, Jason, you're not going to like Madam Web.
That is so true. That is so true.
I didn't really have any issues with the casting. It was fine. It just...
It was...
I don't understand, like... They also spend note in the story, like... It seems like sounds trigger her, like... Her memories, her, like, recall of the future. But then they kind of never explain it. And then they stop doing that at a certain point. And... It's just... I don't know. Like... We never, like... She has this thing, but they don't ever really ever get into it, except that she has it. And then... At the end, she seems to be able to master it, and it's just like, what happened? Okay, great, whatever.
Yay, hero! So,
yeah.
When I text you about this, when I was watching it, I was like, fucking really? He's Ben Parker?
Yeah.
Really?
Right.
That's just like, really, Ben Parker was not a ambulance driver in the comics. He was not. He was, yeah. Mary Parker she was a fucking spy. Her and her husband were spies in the comics.
Not in the SSU, they were.
Apparently not in the SSU. Apparently they weren't spies.
Okay, here's another thing I have a question about. So... Their child. What does this child grow up to be?
Well, they were hinting that it was fucking Peter.
Huh? Exactly. I thought the fact they didn't have kids because they couldn't have kids or for some reason, and then they have Peter. So like, why is this other child? I don't know. They're creating all this weird.
No, the sister-in-law, that was Ben's sister. That was Mary Parker.
Oh.
That's Peter's mom.
Oh, okay. It just seems okay.
And when she said that,
and
Richard is out of town.
Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense because at a certain point, I just felt like, are they together? Like, it never really felt like. I don't know. I must have missed it. Like, it's just so poorly written. There's certain things I just like didn't gather. I guess randomly. That's interesting.
I guess so.
Okay, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. That's Peter Parker's mommy.
Mom. All right.
Mommy. Yeah.
How does his mom die?
Same way his dad does. They're international spies. They're killed on the airplane.
Do they go into that in Amazing Spider-Man?
Way in later episodes. Or later issues.
No. In in the movie.
No.
Isn't there like a journal or something that he's talking?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, they're killed when their plane blows up over the ocean or something.
Okay. That's okay. I'm not a very good. Listen, my Spider-Man info is like,
That's why you keep me around.
Doesn't Mary Jane and Peter have a baby?
Oh, Jesus Christ! You're going there.
Let's get into it. Poetry, baby. Poetry, baby. Poetry. Jesus.
Fucking Christ.
I mean, Spider-Man has a pretty convoluted continuity. Yeah.
No.
I mean, every character does. I would be interested to find like the character with the least convoluted continuity in comics, in Marvel or DC. It'd be interesting to see who that is.
Batman.
You think so?
No, God no.
You putting your money on that one?
No, God no. How many
Anyway,
kids does he have that are adopted? Exactly.
Shit, man. Batman's a fucking pedophile. They don't fucking share that in the comic books or the movies, but how many kids does he go through?
Oh, Jesus Christ. He has like
he adopts them, and then they get murdered? Okay, maybe he's not a pedophile, but it's a questionable person to give a kid to.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck.
Okay, Madam Web. Any less? I don't know. I mean, that movie. It is what it is. Like, it's the worst. I mean, we're gonna talk about the next one, but it's like of the trilogy, it is the worst of the worst.
Yes. Oh, it was horrible.
I don't.
If I never have to watch that movie again, it will be too soon.
It's also dumb because this Ezekiel character, like, this choices. This is always a lot of choices, and the guy he's always wearing a suit but no shoes, and I'm just like, okay.
Well, he never wears shoes in the comic either. Never.
Oh, so that's just that. But
yeah,
okay, that makes sense. That's merely just pulled from the comic. But in the movie, did they explain it why in the comic?
It's so he can use his abilities.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right. That makes fine. Sure. Why not? In the movie, he's just some douchebag not wearing shoes.
Exactly.
All right. Now we're going to move on to the third film in the trilogy of the SSU. Kraven,
which by far is the best out of all of them.
Kraven the Hunter. Yes. This is actually kind of a fun movie. I like what's his name?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, he's fun in this. There's a lot of like questionable kind of superpower, goofy effect looks kind of ish. Like, I would say he's like on par with Black Panther, but he moves more goofy than the good effects in Black Panther. But I feel like he's like kind of the same character in a sense.
Kinda.
He jumps around and attacks, and he's really good at killing and hunting. And he's like, anyway. I like Russell Crowe playing the bad dad. I don't know. I dug it. I kind of dug it. I kind of, I don't know. I don't know what, I like his connection with the animals and he wants to protect them.
Yeah.
I love all that kind of shit. That's easy to like kind of get into. The fact, but here's the thing. Kraven the Hunter, obviously, A-tier Batman villain. I mean, he's pretty well known as this big time villain.
Yeah, he is.
I would say he's probably a B-tier level character in the whole Marvel universe, probably.
Yes. But he's a big Spider-Man rogue.
So it makes sense that this is a movie you would make a movie. What I don't quite understand here is that you're making because he's such a villain in the comics. Here he's
Why make him a hero?
He's an anti-hero here.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's kind of the good guy. You're rooting for him. But shouldn't by the end of it he turn to being the villain? Like,
you would think.
And I kind of feel like that's what's happening at the end, kind of, because he's doing that. His kind of that kind of classic.
He's doing
that classic
Kraven pose in the throne.
Yeah, that classic Kraven pose in the chair where he's, I've seen it a million times where he's kind of.
Yes.
But it's like, but you're not that guy right now. Why are we doing this? Like, what is that about? Like, you're like I mean, you're bad. You're like Punisher in this movie, basically. You're like killing bad guys.
Yeah.
You're
poachers.
Yeah, you're like very anti-hero. You kill bad people. Yes. At what point does he become mental and start just hunting random people like Spider-Man and shit? Like what is that? Maybe that was something they were going to look into. Obviously, this whole universe is dead now, but
yes,
it's such a weird. It's because there's such.
It's a weird way to go with the character.
Also, if you look at the end when he puts on the vest, it's like, why does he actually put it on? Because he's so against his father. Well, he's against, but he's against his father and the fact that he killed the lion. And like, why would he even put it on? Like, I would feel like he wouldn't put it on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is why put on the vest other than to say, hey, look, there's Kraven's main vest.
Right. And I feel like, well, we haven't gotten to that. There's a story. Like, what's the story where he becomes that bad guy and puts on the vest?
How does he become that bad guy? Yeah.
But like, none of this movie is about that. All this movie is about being a hero and stopping the bad guy and his, all these evil people and stuff. And it's just like, what? So while it's not perfect, obviously, it has some goofy effects at times. I think, Taylor Johnson he's Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's pretty awesome. He's a great actor, actually.
He is. I love him.
He really elevates this material. I've heard a lot of like criticisms about this movie, but like one thing I keep seeing is like this gives a good reason for him to be the next James Bond. I think he'd make probably a great James Bond.
I think he would too. He's young.
He's young and he's built and he can do all that. Anyway, he has, whatever. But like in this movie, he's globe-trotting and he's kind of doing the James Bond stuff, even if it's in a kind of a weird. So like this definitely, I never really saw it before, but I see it now. He's way more suave. He's got the, when he does wear the suit and stuff, he looks, There's a lot of kind of fun stuff, when he can't sleep and he's in the tux and he goes out to the park and just sleeps in the park. It's like, that's fun. Like there's some cool stuff in this movie that's kind of fun and works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he could be a great James Bond. So maybe, hopefully that happens. We'll see. But
I hope so.
I
hope so.
I was never like a super big fan of his, and I know he his big break was like Kick-Ass, and Kick-Ass is a good movie. It's fun.
Kick-Ass was fun.
How long ago was that, man?
Oh,
so long ago.
Wasn't that like 2010?
I have to look it up.
You're the one next to the computer.
All right, fine. Hold on a second. Motherfucker. Where's it here? I mean, can he be both Kraven and what is his name? Peter Maximoff. Quicksilver. That's what it's like. What is his name? I know his like actual
Quicksilver.
Yes, Quicksilver. He's like two characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, Kick-Ass was 2010. Good job, Rev.
Jesus, that was just a fucking guess.
Good job. Holy shit.
Thanks. That was just
yoink
flying off from a...
Just yoink.
Yeah, like that out of nowhere.
Dude, he's only 34?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He was born in...
He's young.
Born in 90.
He's born in the 90s.
Jesus Christ. I thought he was a little older than that, but I guess not. All right. Yeah, I don't know what to say about. I don't know what else to say about it. I
thought it was a great movie. His brother becoming the chameleon at the end was kind of different. I liked it.
Oh, what did you think of the Rhino?
It felt like they needed a random villain for Kraven to fight that was some sort of animal based villain, so they just threw in the Rhino.
I did like the guy who played the Rhino. Like, he was kind of a sadistic, weird, creepy dude. I liked him. I don't know if there's any. Like, I don't read Spider-Man. I don't know what the Rhino is currently as the Rhino. Like, I don't know if it is. Always thought it was just a dude in a Rhino suit. Is he now? Does he have more of a chemical imbalance situation, or?
They don't really explain it.
I mean, it's better. It's better than Paul Giamatti in Amazing Spider-Man in the weird Rhino mech suit. So, like, I'm gonna take this.
Rhino tank. Fucking Rhino tank.
I didn't really. Here's the other thing, though. So, like, we're trying to build towards the Sinister Six, but you kill the Rhino in this movie? So, like, that didn't make a lot of sense to me. But whatever.
So the guy who gave Rhino and Chameleon his powers is Professor Miles Warren, who is the Jackal, who cloned Spider-Man and created Ben Reilly and Kane and Spider-Side.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it is fun. There is that level of fun of the connecting. And I definitely felt as I was watching all this stuff, because I don't have the knowledge that you have, that I was definitely missing out on certain connections because I don't have that deep knowledge of the Spider-Man. But that's the other thing. I don't think a lot of people do either that are supposed to watch these movies. Like,
no.
Like who?
They're just supposed to be random name drops, and you're like, you want to go and look up who this character is.
Yeah. I feel like it's not as handled as well as it is in, like, other Marvel stuff that you may know, like, with more of a cursory knowledge of the comics. But these were all, like, felt like a bit more deep divey to me.
Yes.
So, but, you know, I thought, I mean, this one felt like it had the most money put into it. Let's see what is the budget on this one?
It did feel like it had a bigger budget.
Oh yeah,
it felt like they had.
It's a bigger one.
They had a lot more fun.
Dude, 110 to 130 million. So it is up 10 to 30 million more than Madam Web. I still can't believe Madam Web costs so much. It looks not expensive. It looks like someone shot it on their iPhone.
It looked cheap. It looked cheap.
But this one got the worst. This one did the worst at box office. Only Kraven? 62 million. Yeah. That's why they killed everything. That's why they killed it.
Yeah.
That's why they killed it. That's why we're done.
Just keep making Spider-Man. Or, be a bunch of good guys and hand over the rights back to Marvel and let them just do it.
No, that's never going to happen.
That's why unless Marvel buys Sony.
Well, no, probably not. Sony would have to decide to get out of the entertainment business.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sony's still a huge technology company, and they make so much in video games. So, like, it's like they'd have to be like, we're done with making movies, and then sell their IP that way. But
yeah,
I don't think Disney wants to buy a tech company.
Maybe they will one day. Maybe they'll.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, right.
But I think it's more likely that Disney will buy Warner Brothers. But
you think so?
If Superman doesn't make a lot of money, yeah, I think Warner Brothers is hurting. Warner Brothers is hurting right now, man. They have not had a hit movie. They have not had a hit video game. They're in turmoil.
Not since Batman Arkham Knight.
Laying off people left and right, killing studios, canceling movies. Like, that studio needs James Gunn's Superman to be a massive hit.
I hope it is.
But yeah, no, I think, I mean, Kraven they should have started with, maybe, I think
to lead their Spider-Man
the trilogy. I think
universe.
That's the one, because I think I think Goodwill would have been better for it if it had launched first. I think,
Mm-hmm.
And then you could have kept him in the story. Like, you could have had him, maybe he catches wind of Morbius, and then he's hunting Morbius in the Morbius film. Like, you needed to connect these films together. Even though they're all Spider-Man films, you should have somehow connected them all together somehow. And I think if you had started Kraven at first, because that movie, I think, is the best of the trilogy, but no one cares. No one wants to watch all these shit movies. So, like,
no,
at this point, they're just like,
we're done with it.
We're done.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's like some great piece of cinematic, but is it as good as, like, what? Let's see. It's as good as, like, Thor 2 or, I don't know.
I'd say it's better than Thor 2.
Oh, yes. Okay. It's
Thor
better
2
than
was
a
a
lot
pilot
of, it's
first.
better than a lot of Marvel movies, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Marvel's had some really bad movies.
But yeah, no.
And that's coming from me, the Marvel fanboy.
They're just kind of lost right now. I think everyone's kind of lost. Everyone's got kind of, we're comic book nerds. We love comics. We love comic movies. But there's a bit of a fatigue.
Yeah.
Especially when they keep making bad ones.
Yes. They gotta stop making the dumb ones.
Like, we're okay. I mean, we're kind of done with talking about Kraven. Kraven's a pretty good movie. It's fine. It is what it is. I'd probably watch it again. Actually, of all of the three, I'd probably watch it again.
Yeah, I would too.
Which is surprising. Going into this, I was like, I don't want to do this at all.
I didn't want to do it either, but
I kind of and I think it's mostly because of Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance. I think he's just he's kind of charismatic. He's fun to watch. He buys into it. Like, you look at Madam Web, Dakota Johnson has no interest in being in this movie. Like,
no,
she's
she
like so
bored.
like I don't want to be here type of.
She looked bored.
Yeah.
She looked really bored with that movie.
It's funny. But I feel bad for some of it, because I feel like we probably could have built off of Kraven and then stepped up,
gone out from there. Yeah.
But like, they just started weak with Morbius and then just kind of went way down, and then they were like, kind of, oh, we're already in, and like, all right, let's just call it a day. And it's just like, man, there's just no. This is why you have Marvel involved with the Spider-Man films at Sony. Like, why there's such a close partnership there, and why he's tied into that universe, and like, because these guys that own the comics know more. They understand. This is what you can't. And then who directed this movie? Let's see. J.C. Chandor also directed. Oh, interesting. So this guy's actually made some pretty, not that you've seen them, but he's made quite a lot of more indie. He's the most talented director of the group.
Oh, he's an indie director.
Well, he's not indie, but like kind of low-end Hollywood. He's done this movie called Margin Call. He did this movie called All Is Lost with Robert Redford, A Most Violent Year, and then he did. There's an action movie on Netflix called Triple Frontier. It's actually pretty good, with Affleck, and that has a bunch of guys, Pedro Pascal and what's his name? Oscar Isaac. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's really? It's a pretty good movie. Triple Frontier. It's a low key, great action movie.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so this guy actually, that's why this movie actually seems to look pretty good and pretty well put together. This guy will keep going to make movies because has a pretty good backlog of stuff he's done.
Good.
But
well, he did. It looked like this movie, they just wanted to have fun on it.
Yeah.
Kraven. And I think they did.
And anytime I'll get Russell Crowe, I think Russell Crowe is great.
When he's not throwing phones at people.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, Jack Nicholson throwing clubs through cars. Like, what are we talking about here? Actors do actor shit when they're stupid, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
But Russell Crowe's generally a pretty good dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the Sony or the Spider-Man Sony Spider-Man universe. Whatever. It's so dumb. It's over. It's done. You know?
It's done.
It's done. You have.
It's done and done.
I mean, it's not really done. We have there's Spider-Man movies, and we have that new. We have that Spider-Man noir movie with Nick Cage coming, or TV show. Is it a show or a movie?
I have no idea.
I mean,
I am so curious about that.
Have you seen the shots of it though?
No.
Oh, there's some photos of it out. Anyway,
there are.
Yeah. I forget. I mean, I could probably look it up. I'm not going to, because we're not going to talk about that. But I'm just saying, there's still the Spider-Man stuff, but it's just Spider-Man. You know what'd be great though? Just like randomly, Morbius shows up in a Marvel, like just
in Secret War or something.
Just fuck it. Just full send that shit. Full send. Well, we have. I don't know. We can keep going a little bit if you want. I mean, we could talk. I mean, you know, we haven't talked in a while, and we've seen some other stuff. We've seen Captain America: Brave New World. We should talk about that a little bit. Maybe.
You
want to talk about that?
Let's talk about it. Yeah. We can talk about
it. Did you see it on launch on like opening weekend?
I saw it. Yeah. Did I? Yeah, I did. The theater was not full. It was an empty theater.
What did you think of it?
It was okay.
It's an okay movie. It's like up there with Kraven.
It's an okay movie. Yeah.
I would say this is a little bit more fun than Kraven, but
yeah, it was more fun. They added a lot of humor, a lot of just random shit into the movie. Like, why the fuck did they throw in the Red Hulk into a Captain America movie?
I would say, why did they put... This is my argument in retaliation in that. It's like, why did they put the Cap in a Red Hulk movie?
Okay.
So I was listening... So I'd watched the movie, and I was kind of like, I'm not going to take full credit for this. So I was listening to the Comic Geek Speak podcast.
Okay.
And they were talking about their review of Cap... Brave New World.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, like they started talking about this thing, and I was like, I agree with you guys. It's so much more a Incredible Hulk sequel, Incredible Hulk 2, than it is a Captain America movie. I feel like because you're dealing with Ross,
the leader,
yeah. Ross, the events of that first Incredible Hulk movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it was a Cap movie, you think it would center around Cap and actually, like, Thunderbolt Ross actually, like, put the Avengers together, and then he would go out, put the Avengers together. Instead, he's just wrapped up in all the Hulk shit the entire movie. So it's really just dealing with Hulk shit the entire film. It's an Incredible Hulk movie. In fact, it's all about him, Hulk, reconnecting with his daughter. Like, that's the movie. And then, I just... It's wild. It's wild. Like, it's, in my opinion, it is like, I felt bad for Mackie. I think actually, you know, I always felt like Mackie wasn't ever going to be able to really pull off the Captain America thing. But watching this movie, like, he can anchor the movie, and he's charming and funny, but they just don't give him a movie to do that in. He doesn't. This is not really his movie, in my opinion.
It definitely did not feel like a Captain America movie.
He's not really wrestling with ideas or, like, making a stand. He's just cleaning up the Hulk's mess the entire time, or figuring out what's happening to the Hulk.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, it was good. They introduced adamantium, so we know where that's going.
Yes. The abortion. Abortions lead to adamantium.
I don't think that's where they wanted that one to go.
This is my Kermit the Frog nod.
Okay, that was pretty good. I'm gonna give you props for that one.
Yeah, so if you guys go back to our Eternals episode where I talk about how Eternals is a pro-choice film, here we find out that, like, you know, once the fetus is aborted, this undestructible mineral comes out from the abortion, and I guess we're gonna get Wolverine somehow. Anyway,
Yeah.
but we'll see how that plays out, because one would hope that Wolverine already exists in the world. So I don't know. There's so much retconning going on this. It's wild. Like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, hey, they finally addressed it, Rev. They finally addressed the giant thing sticking out of the, what is it? What is that thing called, actually?
The Indian Ocean? The Celestial?
The Celestial. That's what it is. The Celestial. The dead Celestial sticking out of the earth. They finally addressed it. How many years?
Yes.
When did fucking Eternals come out?
Fuck. Isn't it been like 8 or something years?
No.
It's been a while.
Has it
It has been a while. Yes, it has.
Let me find out. Eternals film. No, 2021.
Oh, it feels like longer.
It does feel like longer.
It really does feel like longer.
I felt like it was. I felt like it was before I moved into this house, but I guess not.
No? Oh, wow.
Yeah. But which also wasn't that bad of a movie. I don't know why people fucking hate it so much.
I don't understand that either. I liked the Eternals. It told a different story.
You know, whatever.
I don't get
some
it.
of the best, like, anyway. It's probably mid-tier Marvel, but I think, you know, there's people that hate it and there's people that like it. I'm in the camp that likes it. Also, it's pro-choice. Yeah, I liked seeing the Red Hulk.
You're not the only one in the camp that likes that movie, too.
I like the Red Hulk. I like seeing him, you know, here's the thing. I like having a Hulk character, like a crazy, wily Hulk, you know, like Green Hulk. Ruffalo Hulk is like smart Hulk, and he's like chill, and like you miss the kind of just like rage of the Hulk.
The destructive Hulk.
You just want to see that. You want to see Hulk smash.
Yes.
Throw helicopters into other helicopters. You know, like I love that shit. It's like I'm in at that point. It's just fun.
Yeah, that was the fun part. It's the whole Hulk being Hulk again. A Hulk being a Hulk.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's fun that like it's Harrison Hulk.
Yeah. That sounds like a porn name.
Hulk Solo.
Jeez. Fucking Christ, man. What the hell?
Wait, should I name the episode Hulk Solo? No, anyway.
No.
No, but I you know, yeah, and then we got the new, obviously confirmed the new Falcon and
Joaquin, yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. What was the post credits? I don't remember now. Was there post credits?
I don't remember. Holy fuck, I don't remember if there was one. I think there had to have been.
I don't even remember now. I think there was. Why am I not remembering it?
I don't know. I'm not remembering it either.
Anyway, it's funny too because Harrison Ford is like calmly locked up at the end.
Yeah,
and he gets to talk to his daughter. We get to see Liv Tyler after all these years.
Random.
Just like, you know.
No, that was the end credit.
Oh, was that the end credit?
Pretty sure that was the end credit.
I thought that was the actual end.
Pretty sure that was the end credit.
Was it?
I could be wrong.
No,
I could be wrong.
I think that was the actual end of the film.
Well, why don't you look up what the end credit was?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Don't bitch about it. I thought the humor with Falcon and Joaquin was pretty fun. Their dialogue back and forth a lot. I love that.
Sam Wilson and Captain America visits the villainous Samuel Stearns, the leader, in the raft, where Stearns reveals that he has calculated the possibilities and that other worlds
of the
exist.
incursions.
Yeah, so
The
we
incursions.
see
Okay.
we go back to the raft and we see him. And
Okay.
it's not that exciting.
No. Well, no wonder we forgot what it was about.
Yeah, but he's also, you see him in his big leader brain and
Yeah.
Whatever. It was good to see Bucky. Nice to see one scene with Bucky in the
one quick little scene with Bucky. I loved it.
Obviously Bucky's in his other movie that's coming out soon.
The Thunderbolts.
Which actually looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty hyped for that movie.
It looks fun.
It looks better than this one.
Yeah.
But this one was fine. It's low rent. It's better than again Thor 2 or like let's say Thor Love and Thunder. It's on par with Eternals.
Yeah. That's giving it credit.
But
what
other fun stuff happened here? Sidewinder I thought was kind of a waste.
Sidewinder.
Isn't that who that guy is? The bad guy?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's kind of like meh. Like they added him in as this kind of catalyst. I think he was
everybody thought he was going to be GW Bridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The big S.H.I.E.L.D. agent guy that follows everything that S.H.I.E.L.D. does by the book.
Well, they haven't really established that S.H.I.E.L.D.'s even
around anymore.
Which it should be.
Well, S.H.I.E.L.D. they did get dismantled after they were shown to be Hydra, so still dealing with that shit.
Here's my other issue. Okay, Are we going
off on a nerd tangent?
We're going on some nerd because, like, obviously you watched or saw or seen all the announcements for Avengers Doomsday, all the character announcements, all the actors that are in.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we need the Fox X-Men? Why? Like, I get, like Deadpool took care of that, established some of that shit. We killed some of the other ones off. Why do we have to go back to that well? Why are they doing this? Like, as all those characters got announced, I became less interested in the movie. It's like I'm gonna see it obviously, but it's like, why do we have to do this? Like, you're gonna show us the fake X-Men
and then give us the real X-Men later on.
Right, but like, what's even the point of that? Let's just go back and let's put Nick Fury back in that shit. Let's put Coulson back in that shit. It's the Avengers. Let's do some of that shit. Let's get back to some of the old shit and not deal with this other IP bullshit of fucking Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. I mean, these guys are so fucking old. Like, man, there's part of it it's just what? I don't know. I just feel like this.
Nope, I get it. I get where you're coming from.
And Shang-Chi is an Avenger all of a sudden? When did that happen? Okay.
Well, that supposedly happened at the end of Shang-Chi when
when
Ruffalo said, "Welcome to the circus."
Oh, is that what that was? Cool.
That's what I think that was.
I don't know. There's just a lot of I don't know, man. And the Russo brothers haven't had much of a hit streak. I mean, their latest movie on Netflix is a fucking bomb, supposedly.
Flop. Yeah.
So it's just man, we're putting our trust in these guys again, and I don't know. I don't know if I trust this. My only hope is that they're all Skrulls, and it leads to Secret Wars.
I didn't think of that.
It leads to Secret Wars, but
I did not think of that.
That's my hope. That's my only buyout, because Secret Wars is the next Avengers movie that is the build, and we haven't really dealt with the Skrulls at all, which is sad because Ms. Marvel is a fucking ancient movie at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
And they buried the fucking Skrulls TV show.
Oh God.
Which I kind of liked. I liked it. whatever.
I didn't like them killing off Maria Hill. That pissed me off.
Oh, that
so
pissed me
much.
off. That pissed me off so much too.
Oh my god!
But it also gives
pissed.
you space to bring back fucking Coulson. What's Coulson doing? He's just out there in the world, doing nothing. He's still around.
He's not out there in the world. He's in the future right now.
Oh my god!
Did you ever finish the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not in the world. He's in the fucking future. Remember?
Not that far in the future. What? I don't remember it being that far in the future.
Yeah, it was way in the fucking future. The world was dead. There was no world left. They were living like on the moon or something.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That's not how I remember that ending.
Okay.
It's not how I remember that ending.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what happened to Quake then?
She's in the future too.
No.
Yes,
They all go back
yes,
to the normally time.
I don't remember. I don't think they did.
Yes. They go back. They go into the future. Yes, there's a moment, but then they come back. I'm pretty sure they come back. Oh man, you're gonna make me fucking watch the ending of the fucking S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hey, it was a good show.
It was fun. The two British people that fall in love, those are the best characters.
Gemma and what's his name?
Yes. Glitch.
I forgot it.
Fitz.
Yeah.
Fitzsimmons.
Fitz. Yes, Fitz.
Because that whole scene where he is so in love with her, because that's the whole reason they kind of time travel, because he has to send himself anyway.
He has to hide in the future. Yeah.
That reveal where he's in that pod, so badass. It's fuck yeah, dude.
No, I loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I mean, it had some bad episodes too, but I mean,
yes.
There was a lot of fun to be had in that show, and it never got the respect it deserved. And
no.
And you know what? Who cares if they're in the future, fucking Rev? It's comics. They can retcon him back into the fucking Avengers. Coulson, fuck that shit. It's just
I want Coulson back. I loved Coulson.
Coulson should come back. Anyway. Okay. That's enough of that little rant about Secret Wars being not exactly sure about it being I was kind of on board for the Robert Downey Jr. thing and the Russo brothers. It's okay, fine, we'll do it. We'll do a thing. But then when they listed all those other names, it's oh my god, the whole Fox X-Men are coming back? You've got to be fucking kidding me. I was just this is a bridge too far. So, Skrulls. They better be fucking Skrulls.
I agree.
And then lastly, we're still talking comics, Marvel comic films, and this is a show actually. Fucking Daredevil Born Again.
Oh my god. Okay, I just have to say that opening scene in the first episode, holy fuck, Bullseye just murking everybody. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Daredevil murking Bullseye, but somehow he survives that? What?
No shit, just throws him off the fucking roof and funk.
But that's one of the best things. When he hears Foggy's heart stop and then he just fucking throws him off. It's that is so awesome. But the fact that he survives is wild, though.
Yeah.
They should have done something.
Shit.
They should have done something a little different where it would have been more believable that he survived. But it's wild. And then it's kind of just classic comic book, I gotta hang up the suit and guilt is eating away at me and all this stuff, and then
and I'll never be Daredevil again.
But then obviously, right. But he does Daredevil things as Matt Murdock, and then dude, just the dialogue scene, not the last episode, but the episode before. Is that the one with the Punisher shows up?
Yes.
He goes to talk to Frank, and that scene between those two guys is fire, man.
That is an intense fucking scene. Awesome. Holy shit.
So good. You just came here to look for permission and all this kind of shit, it's
yeah.
It's great. It's perfect. you know, and then obviously in the world, you know, it kind of mirrors what's going on in our world. Like, you know, you have these asshole cops, and they've taken the Punisher thing, like
and
they have
changed him.
but like in
like
real world, like
life.
all these cops in real life, they have like the black, like the black and white blue striped Punisher stickers on their cars and shit, and they like act as if but like that's not what the Punisher is. Like there's all this like weaponized I don't know what you would call it, but it's like
vigilantism.
You're right, but it's wild. Like we're addressing the fact that these assholes shouldn't be doing this, but they're doing it anyway. It's kind of cool. Fisk is fucking awesome. The fact that he's in
Mayor
Fisk, but he's in counseling with his wife is interesting choice. Michael Gandolfini is creepy and gross, and it's fun to see him. Hopefully he gets some more meaty stuff than what he's been doing, but it's kind of fun to see him. What else is, I don't know, it's fun. I'm like really enjoying it.
It's a fun fucking show.
And then finally we got, Matt put the suit back on the last episode. And
God, that was so gratifying to see that him fight Muse.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ! And that Muse made no sound whatsoever during that whole fucking fight.
And it also
just makes him even creepier.
But it's also like just fun, like the fact that they play with the sound more. Like he's listening to her heart as she's slowly dying, basically, and he's trying to defeat him before she dies. It's like super cool. I love all that kind of shit. I also love where Muse goes out to peek out around as the sub train goes by, and he's like looking, and he's like, and then you just see Daredevil just like fucking hauling ass, and he just like he does his like billy club thing shoots the thing and like flies at him, and it's just like it's pretty badass, and it's fucking violent, dude. Like even
that show is really fucking violent.
Even there's scenes like it's like, oh yeah, violent, but then there'll be like a scene where like the bank robbery scene at the end where like fucking Matt just like breaks that dude's leg. I'm just like,
leg. Oh God! Shit, dude. Was like, holy Christ!
Yeah, it's like, and then you're like thinking like, yeah, this is on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, not just for kids.
It is a wild thing to think about. Like if you watch like the latest Daredevil trailer for episode 7, and it does Marvel, and then it does the Disney logo, and then it's just like violence on top of violence on top of violence, and I'm just sitting there, I was like, do you think this is what Walt Disney wanted? Like I'm just like thinking to myself like, I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, no, it's a great show. So we're at like the mid-season break, right? When do the episodes come back? Are they going to keep going, or are they taking a break?
I think they're going to keep going.
Okay, all right. I don't
think they're taking a break. We're getting 18 episodes or something of this show.
Oh, I thought it was like a full 10.
No, we're getting maybe they reduced it down.
It was supposed to be initially. It was going to be like 22 episodes.
Yeah,
but then they decided to like cut it in half, and now they separated it like more traditional streaming show stuff. So because they're shooting the second season right now.
So then maybe this is the break. Maybe him.
No, I think there's more episodes. Because I've seen a trailer for episode 7.
Okay,
but I'm not sure if they're taking a break or if it's just it'll be out.
I haven't heard them that they're taking a break.
All right, so I don't know. Anyway,
either way, I'm going to watch it.
I might not be watching it on Disney Plus, so I don't exactly know when it's. I just kind of check and it's okay. New episodes are out. But it's a good show. It's fun.
It is. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's also nice to this, those characters, I mean, Charlie Cox is so good as Daredevil.
He's amazing as Daredevil.
And John Bernthal as Punisher is awesome too. And he's supposed to be
I
getting
hope
his
he-
own. He's getting his own little episode show,
like
kind of like
they did with Werewolf by
Christmas,
Night.
Werewolf by Night, or the Christmas special,
the
Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. So
I can deal with that.
that's cool. No, I think that's awesome. I think that's
No,
cool.
I like that. I think that's a great idea.
And then he'll probably show up in other movies or other shows again. So he'll probably. I mean, he's obviously going to show up in this season again or the second season. So I mean, he's
yeah, because they're using his logo, so
right.
That's not good.
But yeah, I'm just. I loved the tease initially where he walked into the room, into his
with all the helmets.
With all the helmets, it's like, oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I've already seen. Spoiler. I don't know if you want me to spoil it, but I saw photos of them shooting for the second season.
Uh-huh.
And it's just a photo of. So it basically looks like he's wearing a black costume.
Oh, are we getting the black DD suit?
And then it actually has DD on the front.
Oh.
But what it looks like, if you kind of really look at the photos, it looks like he spray painted the suits, his red suits, black, in response to the because it looks like he's been fighting, and so they're all kind of scratched, and it kind of reveals the red underneath. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool effect looking. Cool. So, but yeah, and I think it's all in response to Fisk's anti-vigilante stuff. Anyway, I'm excited. I was kind of like, okay, yeah, Daredevil's gonna come back. But it's literally just that Daredevil is back. It's fucking sick. So,
Daredevil is fucking back. Yeah, I love that Daredevil. It's such a great show, and I'm not a big fan of him in comics because I don't really care much for him, but the show is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've only read, I've read some main point stories Guardian Angel, the Guardian Devil with the Kevin Smith run that he did, and then obviously I read him because he was in New Avengers for a long time. But that's kind of all I really know of Daredevil. I don't have any much more than that.
I don't have a huge connection to him. Tyler has a bigger connection to Daredevil than I do.
I would give anything for more, here would be my top level pitch for.
Yeah.
So if Avengers Doomsday is Skrulls, then that means that, and with this current form of Avengers, then that means whatever builds after that, which Doomsday, whatever, which means you could potentially do a new Avengers team for Secret Wars, which means that you could have Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Wolverine.
Okay.
I just think could potentially be awesome.
Could be, yeah.
Jessica Drew, Luke Cage, all new Avengers.
Oh god, what was that Avengers team?
Not gonna happen, but what an awesome, because that is Secret. I mean, Secret Wars is what kind of causes the Avengers to disband and then the new Avengers to take over. So you could potentially have this whole wild. Anyway, I mean, that's a Bendis thing, but what?
They're already hinting at Dark Avengers too. Norman's Avengers later on down the line.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't read much of that. I read. I think I had the Avengers issues where that was happening, but I don't think I read the actual Dark Avengers books.
They were okay. Dakin sure got his ass handed to him several times by everybody.
The Helverine?
The Helverine. Yes, the Helverine. Which, hey, that's actually a pretty good series.
Are you reading
I'm
it?
enjoying that.
Oh,
I'm reading.
I'm not reading that, so.
It's actually a pretty fun series.
So what is that? Is he's become Ghost Rider kind of, or not? What is that?
It's another spirit of vengeance or something.
And is he atoning for something?
Well, kinda. He was killed by Sabretooth.
Right.
In the Wolverine run.
Right.
The last one. So he's he's trying to get the spirit is making him do all this weird shit that the spirit is trying to atone for its past.
Man,
It's called the Stitcher.
Okay.
Is what the spirit is called. And since Sabretooth ripped him apart into pieces, it stitched him back together and made him the new spirit of whatever. And
the Helverine.
It's just the Helverine, yeah. Well, the original Helverine was Wolverine.
But when did that happen? I don't remember a Helverine ever happening. When was that?
It's recent.
Oh, more
Ghost
recent.
Rider and Wolverine and all that. Yeah.
I'm excited for the new Spider-Man Wolverine team-up book. I ordered that.
There's another one?
Yeah, the new one. It was just solicited in this recent past previews.
Huh. I didn't see it.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. I'll pick it up in trade probably.
But cool. I had no idea that you would have picked up fucking Helverine.
It's such a random book. I thought, why not?
That's funny. Cool. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, Rev, it's been poetic.
Are we done?
I mean, I don't know what else.
Talk about Assassin's Creed.
Oh no! We're not going to talk about that on the show. No. We're going to keep this strictly television and movies. If you want to stay on, we can talk about Assassin's Creed in a minute. But
no, you don't want to talk about Assassin's Creed. Fine, fuck off.
I mean, I would love to talk about Assassin's Creed, but we can do a separate episode. Just separate it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's wrap this up, and then we'll keep recording.
Okay.
All right. But yeah. So Sony Cinematic Spider-Man universe, pretty hit or miss. I think you have a mediocre. You have a mediocre, a bad, and a pretty good. That's my opinion.
Yes, I actually agree with that.
And then the new Cat movie's fine. Hopefully, it just goes up from here. I hope Thunderbolts is better. I
think Thunderbolts will be better.
And I hope Fantastic Four is even better. And I hope this is a trajectory for Marvel to go back up to where they belong. And then
they have not had a lot of good hits lately.
Right. And then Daredevil is amazing. So
yes.
So we hit you in the face with some fucking soggy fucking swamp socks, and we end with like a
soggy fucking swamp socks.
And now we end with like a sweet smelling flower. You know.
Okay. All right.
With the good comes the bad, and with the bad, comes the good.
The bad comes the best.
Sure. Hence poetic. Just trying to keep lodging the poetry angle into this fucking episode.
For some reason.
Because Rev doesn't want me to call it Hulk Solo.
No Hulk Solo.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to talk about next month. It'll probably be some comic book stuff.
Of course. We're not doing anything special.
Yeah, it's just a regular episode next time. So, but appreciate everyone listening, and you can you can write us an email at milkmanrevren@gmail.com. I doubt Reverend ever checks it, but
actually, there's nothing in there but junk mail. No, I do check it.
No, just penis enlargement pills ads.
Pretty much.
Cool. Well, Rev, thanks for the chat.
Yeah.
All right.
Almost got it done in the whole time.
Oh my God! Look at that, Avengers Dead Mansion.
Yep, Mansion.
Cool. That's sweet.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll talk to you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
If you see a pony, don't fuck it.
Jesus fucking Christ. Really? Keep up with the poetry, I guess, right?